Good afternoon and happy Monday, y'all. As soon as I opened my eyes, there it was. Yet another scholarly thing that the Republican Party has done. These are some smart motherfuckers. Smart. Hold on a minute.
This just in, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, says he was accidentally texted war plans.
Yeah, we literally just received this piece from The Atlantic, and in it, Goldberg writes, U.S. national security leaders included me in a group chat about upcoming military strikes in Yemen. I didn't think it could be real, and the bombs started falling.
Oh, Lord.
CNN's Alex Marquardt joins us
They
now
are some
live. And
dumbasses.
This piece came out literally in the last few minutes. I haven't been able to read through all of
Dumbasses.
it, but this seems like something out of a farce, like out of a comedy.
It is just stunning on so many different levels. I understand why Goldberg didn't believe it was real, because it is just shocking in several different ways. Goldberg,
That's what happens when you got a clown in
a
office.
Signal chat with some of the most senior national security members of the Trump administration. Signal is a messaging app that is encrypted. Probably why these officials thought that they could have a discreet conversation on there. But on it, in this chat that Goldberg was a witness to, they talk about the planning for the recent bombing of the Houthis that started on March 15th. They talk about current intelligence assessments. There's a full-on debate among these officials about whether they should carry out this bombing of the Houthis. And these are conversations that could be in violation of the Espionage Act. Now, this group was started, it looks like, by the National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz.
This is who we got running the country.
The Houthi PC small group. PC refers to Principals Committee. The principals in the administration are the senior most officials. And among that group of senior officials, you have the National Security Advisor, the Vice President, the Secretary of Defense and of State, the Director of National Intelligence, the CIA Director, Steve Witkoff, the Special Envoy, the Chief of Staff to President Trump, and the list goes on. There are 18.
Is Blondie on there?
So
Bam, Blondie.
The U.S. should go through with this bombing. Vice President Vance is actually arguing against it, saying that just 3% of trade goes through the Red Sea, which is where the ships have been targeted by the Houthis. Ratcliffe, the CIA director, he chimes in with current intelligence assessments that may be related to intelligence operations that are ongoing. Goldberg does not print that because, of course, that, among so many other details in this, are so highly classified. HEGSETH, the Secretary of Defense, he chimed in,
that's smart one right there.
Waiting a few weeks or a month wouldn't fundamentally change the calculus, and he notes, interestingly, that if this leaks, we look indecisive. Of course, it would eventually leak. Now, keep in mind, as they're having this discussion, Goldberg is watching all of this unfold, and he doesn't know, again, whether it's real, but he would quickly learn that it was. On the morning of March 15th, which is the day the bombings began, HEGSETH, the Secretary of Defense, posted a team update at 11:44 in the morning saying the bombings were about to start 2 hours later. And in that message to this large group, again, including Goldberg, he posted operational details about these strikes that were about to happen, information about targets, about weapons, and the attack
texting shit like this.
2 hours later, the strikes started. Goldberg looked up on Twitter, and he started to see explosions happening in Yemen, and that's when he knew it was true. And that's when these officials essentially started celebrating. You have John Ratcliffe, the CIA director, saying, a good start. Mike Waltz, this National Security Advisor, responds
This is who we got running, these hateful motherfuckers.
Steve Witkoff, with 2 hands praying, a flexed bicep, and 2 American flags. So
praying my ass.
Approving of what has happened and celebrating.
They don't care about the people they kill.
Council has not pushed back on this at all. They said that this chain was in fact real. Brian Hughes, the National Security Council spokesman, says this does appear to be an authentic message chain. They are looking into how
of course it's authentic, because HEGSETH don't know what the fuck he doing.
And he tries to spin it as a demonstration of the deep and thoughtful policy coordination between senior officials. So no pushback from the White House in terms of the authenticity of this. But
they
again,
can't push back.
Violate the Espionage Act. Jeffrey Goldberg and his colleague Shane Harris, who's an intelligence reporter, spoke with several lawyers who say that it may have violated the provisions that govern the handling of national defense information. Bottom line, they say, quite honest. to put it on Signal, they should not have established a Signal chat in the first place.
Of
is
course
the
not.
conclusion, which is kind of
Done got hacked
obvious.
already.
And then the kicker of this whole piece is, as HEGSETH is describing how this is going to unfold and what is going to happen, he says, we are currently clean on OPSEC, which is operational security. Clearly, they were not clean because they included a journalist in this conversation on Signal.
Okay, who is
This is what happens when you hire podcasters and shit like this to run the government. People who run the WWE to run the fucking Department of Education. He done hired a bunch of clowns that don't know what the hell they are doing. And they fucking up already. We didn't even have to wait years. They've been fucking up already. Pam Blondie, every last one of them, these dumbasses. Sitting on here giving a reporter the whole low. And then they got nerve to put praying hands up. Like they didn't know that shit was gonna happen. Oh, we feel so bad, y'all. This is how they do business. We get to see firsthand how they don't care about nobody. This might not even get played, y'all. I hope somebody get to see it. Peace.